Hey, welcome everybody. This is Carol Royse, and today I am in the studio with my partner, Vicki Royce Middlebrook. Good afternoon, Vicki.
Good afternoon.
Hey, we have a special guest today.
We do.
We are talking today, Vicki, about homeowners who don't know that a real problem exists, and that is title theft. Right?
Right. You know, it's happening. You hear it more and more that it's occurring. And it's a shame because you thought that you were doing the right thing by buying the home, getting title insurance, and then things can happen. So we have a special guest today.
We do. Our guest today is Arizona real estate attorney and partner with the law firm of Heimson, Goldstein, Pantiliot, and Lohr, Mr. John Lohr. And John, you have successfully restored title in multiple deed fraud cases, good for you, including cases involving forged deeds and even fake six-figure loans. Oh my God.
I have.
What a horrible thing.
I have, and thanks for having me, Vicki and Carol. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
So what is title theft?
So title theft basically is where someone or something records an unauthorized deed or fake or forged document with the county recorder to make it look like they own the property, or to borrow money against the property. But basically, it's someone taking title to the property that doesn't have a right to it. So
you can go down to the county recorder, John, and you can record anything you want to, right?
Unfortunately, yeah. So the county recorder does a little bit of due diligence, but if they see what looks like an original signature, if it looks like a valid notary, they will record it. So they don't look into necessarily the authenticity of the document, but they just look to see if by the four corners, if it looks legitimate.
So you call it hacking the paperwork.
Right.
What is that?
So essentially, they take documents, whether it's a forged deed or some other document, and take the title, because that's really what it is. In some cases we've had somebody break into houses to actually physically take possession, but it usually starts with a title document first. So,
well, isn't that what title companies are for? To protect you?
Yes and no. Yes and no. So, title insurance and title companies, their involvement stops after the purchase is over. And so, and in fact, you would think title insurance would cover these types of things, but it only covers things that have been recorded at the time of the sale. They don't cover future things. So title and escrow companies, they're great for things that are recorded, invalid things that are recorded when you buy the property, at the time you buy the property, but they don't really do much for you for future theft, for future title documents.
So we hear about this, John. We hear about it when you watch TV. We hear about it on the radio. Bill O'Reilly talks about it all of the time, a radio host. Is it really happening in Arizona?
Unfortunately, it is.
Okay.
So there's really two categories of title theft that I've seen in my 26 years of litigating real estate law. There's the family friend title theft, and then there's the stranger danger title theft.
Okay.
And so it can happen. People that you even think that you trust, people that you had a relationship with, and I've seen cases like that too. And so I can, if you don't mind, I can share a few stories.
Sure. We see it. We see where it could happen, and this might be one of your stories, John. Mom and dad die or pass away or incapacitated. Siblings don't like each other. They don't talk to each other. There's always a dominant one that wants to come in, swoop in, and take everything.
Right.
I would think that you see that from time to time. We do.
Right. So that was probably one of my biggest cases of title theft. We had a mom and dad who dad decided to do his own legal work. He went to LegalZoom.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
pulled up his own trust documents from LegalZoom. He ambiguously named the trust. It was, I think, Alpine Trust and Lago Trust. And mom and dad's property was put into one of the trusts, and my client, the good sister.
So we have a good sister, bad sister?
We have a good sister and a bad sister.
Okay.
And so the good sister, her property was titled in the other trust. And not only did they ambiguously name the trust, when you fund the trust, when you transfer title to the trust, you're supposed to put the beneficiaries and the trustees on the deed to the trust. And unfortunately,
that's good to know.
They did not do that either. They didn't do that properly. They didn't put successor trustees, successor beneficiaries. And so as a result, what happened was when dad died, I call her evil sister. Evil sister comes in from Texas, has created false trust documents with her name all over it, saying, I am the trustee, I'm the beneficiary. Wow. So I am the trustee beneficiary of mom and dad's trust. This is my house. Oh, and by the way, nice sister, I now take control of your home as well.
You have 30 days or I will evict you.
And even though you've been living in your house for 19 years, I'm taking your house too. So we had to file a lawsuit. We had to get an injunction put in place. And this evil sister, she did hire attorneys. She went through 6 different law firms. Everyone, once they realized she was a fraudster, they fired her. But ultimately, one
costs a lot of money.
Right. John. One took the case all the way to trial, and it cost our client about $100,000 in attorney's fees to keep her home. And she got a judgment. She got to keep her home, and we got her money back. But yeah, it took about a year and a half of time. A lot of stress, and just something that she shouldn't have had to gone through if her dad had just done the trust the right way.
A couple of comments, Vicki. As you're talking, I'm thinking about AI today and how people are using AI. You could actually even get on, you call it LegalZoom, but you can actually use some of this stuff to go in and to write a trust any way you want to, overwrite a trust, have it give you ideas. I'm just thinking, Vicki, of the evil sister and the ways you can do this. So one of the things I heard you say is your home many times is your most valuable asset.
Oh, absolutely.
Protect it.
Absolutely.
Protect it and make sure that it flows the way you want it to flow.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so you've got to see an attorney, a trust attorney, a real estate attorney, to get this put label it correctly is how you phrased it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Because, doing it on your own, maybe you can figure it out, maybe you can't, but why take that risk with the biggest asset that you have?
And you see those signs by the freeway that say trust and living will for $4.95.
I wouldn't call those. So.
And then I'll see on social media and different community groups, people will post saying, does anybody have a referral?
Right.
And so many times people are referring these people that they can say, oh yeah, a paralegal can do that for, $300, $400. But if you don't put the right verbiage into that trust, or, you have one wrong word in there, it can cost you a lot of money.
It really could.
So we've talked about the downside, and that would be somebody stealing the title to your home. Okay. What can people do to prevent it, John? What are some good practical hints?
Right. So there's a few different things that you can do. One of the best things you can do is go on to whatever county you live in. Most counties nowadays have a title alert. And so if you go to their website, like Maricopa County, if you go to you just Google Maricopa County Title Alert, it'll take you to the county recorder's website. You can just fill in your information. It literally takes 30 seconds, your name, your email, and then anytime any document is recorded in your name in that county, whether it's something that you wanted or something that you didn't want, you're going to get an email alerting you.
Wow.
Or a text, depending on the way you set it up.
Okay.
And that way, it's not going to stop the title theft, but it will give you...
You're alerted, so you can get on it sooner rather than 6 months, a year later.
Right,
yeah.
right, exactly.
Yeah. So let's say you get alerted and there is theft going on, then we'd reach out to you, and then you would help us get that removed, but we'd probably have to go through litigation to get it removed?
Most likely. So there's a couple different avenues of protection. I mean, you can contact the police, and then maybe you can get the attorney general involved, but they probably won't do much because they're going to say this is a civil matter, and if they investigate it, it's going to take a long time. And at the end of the day, all they're going to do is bring criminal charges against the fraudster or the thief. It's not going to get you title back to the property. So in order to get title back to stop a sale from happening, to stop a foreclosure, you're going to have to hire a real estate attorney. The real estate attorney is going to have to file a lawsuit, record what's called a lis pendens, which alerts people to that there's a lawsuit going on, and the attorney's going to have to go in at least to if there's an impending sale or impending foreclosure, they're going to have to go in and get an injunction to stop that. And so we've successfully done that in many different cases. Another example, we had another client just recently who, unfortunately, she was in a relationship. They weren't married, but the person she was in a relationship with, they decided they were going to get a refinance of their home. And so, but this person was living in California. The house was here in Arizona. and she was kind of coming and going. And so she gave her significant other a power of attorney. Ooh. But the power of attorney was specifically supposed to just be used for this refinance. But unfortunately, the lender actually drafted it up, did not put a short enough duration on it, did not put specifics in it saying this is only supposed to be used for a
lender is a lender, not an attorney, folks. Don't go to your lender
Again,
for that.
Didn't use an attorney, used a lender.
Yeah.
And so after they refinance, unfortunately, a few months later, they had a falling out. So what does the significant other do? She decides to, with that power of attorney, record a deed in her name and out of my client's name and takes title to the home. And so, we had to basically sue the bank. We had to sue the girlfriend. And,
we don't want to go there.
Right. And
we don't want to.
Right. And it's just, you have to look at the documents that you're signing.
Absolutely. You have to be aware. Sign up for title alerts. Hey, we have been listening to John Lohr today. He is an attorney here in the Valley. John, what's a good phone number for you and your firm?
So the best way to reach me is 480-991-9077 or email me at jll@hgplaw.com.
Yeah, but by the time you need John, typically the mishap has already happened. So maybe you get all of this stuff organized first. Vicki?
That's right. It's important to get organized and to have to understand what your trust documents say and how you're protected. And that's a great tip to go on to the county website. I'm going to do that today, as a matter of fact.
But if you think there's a problem, call John.
That's right. Call John. And if you need to get in touch with him, you can always reach out to the Royse team. We'd be happy to get you in touch with John and his experience and knowledge. He's who we use and refer all the time at the Royse team. You are listening to the Royse Real Estate Show. We're here with you every Sunday afternoon from 2 to 3 p.m. And you can tune in right here on 550 KFY. We'll be right back after this short break.